All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We already crushed the 7K subscriber goal, so we are going to update that board here for you guys. Look at Joe Burrow, looking at all these nice, tasty giveaways. We have the 8K sub jersey giveaway. We have the 9K sub sports memorabilia giveaway, 10K subs, the big one, $1,000 giveaway, and the 12K subs. We're going to send a couple people to a game of their choice. Guys, we are very excited for the football season, but no more talking. Let's get right into this video, Trey. All right, guys, let's get into some NFL picks and props for Monday, September 25th slate of games. Take a look at that leaderboard. Trey starts off.
Yeah, 1-0 for me because I gave out the New England Patriots minus 2.5 versus the Jets. And New England won and covered this game. They ended up winning by a score of 15-10. The Patriots are winning the entire game. So it was nice for them to cover the game for us too.
Seth?
Yeah, and I took a couple plays here. I took Seattle minus 5.5 to cover the spread against the Panthers, and I also took the Panthers team total under 18.5. The Panthers did somehow, with Andy Dalton, put up 27 points in this game. So we did lose one there, but we won one with Seattle being able to cover.
Yeah, guys, and then I did go 1-0. I had the Detroit Lions minus 2.5. They did take care of business, winning this game pretty easily against the Falcons. So 3-1 day, not bad at all. Let's move on to our plays for tomorrow. It's going to be the Monday night game. We're only going to break down one game. The other game is on our members channel. It's going to be the Bengals versus Rams over there. So if you're interested in that, go check that one out on the member side. But for this game, it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles on the road, minus 5.5 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The over-under is 45. Trey, who do you have in this spot?
Yeah, this game should be pretty fun to watch. The Eagles, they've been doing some interesting things basically anytime they're on national television. So I'm going to be tuned in for this. And the Bucs, they've been surprising people all season long. Give me the Bucs to continue to surprise people here. I'm going to take their over team total, and it's at 20.5, and it's also plus money, which I absolutely love. We have seen the Eagles give up 20-plus points in both their games this season. They allowed a below-average Patriots offense to score 20 points on them in Week 1, and then the next week they allowed the Vikings team to score 28 on them. And this Bucs offense, they're honestly pretty similar to the Vikings, and if Baker Mayfield can simply just give his playmakers the ball, they should easily score 3 touchdowns in this game to cover this over 20.5. Because Mayfield, he's surrounded by Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Rachaad White. And those 3 guys are not scrubs at all. And this Eagles team, they are allowing 340 passing yards per game on average. And with those 2 receivers on the outside, that's just not good news for Philadelphia. And whenever you factor in that this Bucs team, they're already averaging 23.5 points per game, which is over this number. They should be able to hit their team average here in this game. So give me the Bucs to go over their 20.5 team total versus the Eagles.
Yeah, Trey, I like it, Seth.
Yeah, and I'm with Trey here. I'm leaning Bucs in this one, and I'm going to actually take the Bucs on the money line. I do like them on the money line at home. This is a very good Eagles team, but they haven't looked super unstoppable early on this season. They've been in 2 close shootout games, and I really think Tampa can exploit this Eagles secondary. Like Trey said, he gave you the numbers of how bad the secondary has been, and this has really been the weak spot of their defense through the first 2 weeks. With Evans and Godwin, I really think this Eagles secondary will give up a lot of yards to this Bucs offense, and this Tampa Bay defense is good enough to keep this game close. And honestly, I think the Bucs offense will be more efficient in this game, so I am going to lead towards the Bucs on the money line in this one.
Yep. I'm also going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 5.5 to put up a big fight against the Philadelphia Eagles at home. The losses that I've been taking here, they've been due to me being greedy. I'm not going to be greedy anymore. I'm going to take the smart play. Just take the spread. No more money line for the dogs for me, even though I do think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a good shot to win this game. I have not been impressed with what I've seen from the Eagles. I'll keep saying it until they look good. They should have lost in Week 1 to the Patriots. And then if the Vikings wouldn't have fumbled 5 times, they would have lost to the Vikings at home in that game as well. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers haven't been the prettiest team so far through 2 weeks, but they do have 2 wins against the Vikings and the Bears. The defense still seems to be good, and Baker Mayfield is getting it done for the offense. I think we're going to see Baker Mayfield throw for 300-plus yards in this game against the Eagles secondary. So I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here with the points at home. So we're all on Tampa Bay. It's me and Seth. Seth's got money line. I've got plus 5. Trey has a team total over. So we all like Tampa Bay there. Kind of scary that we're all on the same side, but it is what it is. Let's move over to the player props, boys. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, last time we all faded the Eagles, we got some Eagles hate in the comments. So just be prepared for that. And Eagles fans, you guys have a good team. You're still going to make the playoffs, possibly win the Super Bowl.
Nah. Eagles suck.
Hey, but I mean, it just takes a moment to get that offense and defense going. You guys lost both your coordinators, and by the end of the season, you guys will be an engine rolling down the track. But I gave out Adam Thielen over 37.5 receiving yards versus the Seahawks, and Thielen went absolutely off in this game. And Andy Dalton looked at him early and often, as I projected. He finished with 11 receptions on 14 targets. Thielen turned that to 145 receiving yards with 1 touchdown for us. He absolutely cashed that over for us.
Seth?
Yeah, and I took one that I thought was going to be an easy prop to hit. Took Bijan Robinson over 16.5 fantasy points in this one. Detroit's defense was spying him. They were not going to let him get out in the open field. They did everything they could to keep him in check, so I did lose this one.
Yeah, guys, and then I went 1-0 at Justin Jefferson over 11.5 targets in this game. He did have 13 targets after not being targeted in the first quarter at all. That one did cash. Again, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson, not the problem. The Vikings have internal problems, coaching staff problems. They need to fix it right away. But 1-0 on the day for me. Let's move on to our plays for tomorrow. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, I'm going to be going over to the rushing yards. I'm going to take Joe Mixon to go over 60.5 rushing yards versus the Rams. I really love Mixon's over in this game, even though he has hit the under this number in both of those games entering in week 1 and week 2. Mixon, he's averaging 57.5 rushing yards per game entering this one, but this Rams defense has not looked very great, especially their rush defense. They're allowing 122 rushing yards per game. And whenever we factor in that Mixon, so far this season, he's received 75% of the Bengals' touches out of the backfield. So just on that projection, that's 90 rushing yards for Joe Mixon in this game, which is way over this number. And with Joe Burrow being questionable here, I think the Bengals are going to be leaning on the run throughout this game, and they're going to want to keep the ball out of Stafford and McVay's hands as well. And Mixon, he's faced the Rams twice in his career, and he's hit over this number in both those games because Mixon, he's averaging 69 rushing yards per game versus the Rams in his career, and I expect him to keep that going here. So give me Joe Mixon to go over 60.5 rushing yards versus the Rams.
Yeah, Trey, I like that one. Seth?
Yeah, guys, and I'm going to go to a passing attempts prop, and I'm going to take Matthew Stafford over 35.5 passing attempts. I am just going to start by saying this could be extremely, extremely risky if Joe Burrow indeed does not play, but I'm going to roll with it anyways. This Rams offense is super pass heavy. They're likely to throw the ball a ton here. I do hope that Burrow plays so we get more of a shootout because I will feel absolutely more confident in this one. But even if he doesn't, I still see the Rams throwing the ball a crap ton here. Over his first 2 games this season, he had 38 attempts week 1, and then it jumped up to 55 attempts in week 2. Kyron Williams has showed he's a fairly good dual threat back, but I don't know if they fully trust it to run him over 20 times per game in this one. I think they're going to continue to stay pass heavy and try to put some points on the board here with Matthew Stafford going over 35.5 passing attempts.
Yes, I like that one as well. For my prop, I'm going to be looking at Mike Evans to go over 54.5 receiving yards against the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles last week let Kirk Cousins throw for 364 yards and 4 touchdowns, and they let Jay Jettis run all over the field, having 160 yards. The week before that, in week 1, they let the New England Patriots and Mac Jones throw for 316 yards. They had 3 different receivers have 50-plus receiving yards on that secondary. It is fair to say that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to try to attack the secondary in this game, and they will attack it with one of the best players in Mike Evans. So far this season, he's hit this number in both games, and he has a total of 237 yards to the air. He is not over the hill just yet, and he is by far Baker Mayfield's favorite target. So I'm going to take him here to go over 54.5 receiving yards against the Eagles as my play. Guys, that's going to do it for NFL plays and props for Monday, September 25th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our locks of the week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.